how much I disagree with this option.
I filmed an animated storyboard.
Fuck the skit. The skit was really funny though. The skit was actually funny. So GimR released a video about how to deal with spot dodge canceling.
Scientist from BG Bootcamp here, and I have a new video. Before we get started, real quick, when the new ARMS character releases either this month, check it out in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Many players will react to you going for an offensive option, spot dodge knowing you're going to press a button afterwards. Your follow-up move.
Let's watch together.
Because they are intangible, and then they'll punish you with a spot dodge cancel into an attack.
Of course he picks Snake, right? Best spot dodge cancels in the game.
A lot of people also use this mechanic after hitting shields with safe moves in order to bait counterattacks and punish. I found a way to beat spot dodge canceling almost universally. Let's talk about the mechanic first so you understand exactly how it works. Let's talk about the mechanic.
What he says is,
spot dodge canceling. I think I found a way to beat spot dodge canceling almost universally.
A universal way to beat spot dodge canceling? That sounds really good to me, right? But it actually is not as good as you thought. So I was really excited for this. And then when we get into like the specifics,
let's talk about the mechanic first so you understand exactly how it works. Every spot dodge gets intangibility from frames 3 to 17.
There's exceptions to this.
With very, very few exceptions.
Not very few, actually. So I can tell you, I think, not Bowser, actually. I don't think it's Bowser. Yeah, so Bowser has 3 to 18. So Bowser is an exception. I know, what is it? Diddy is an exception. Fox is an exception. Greninja is an exception. Ganondorf, Incineroar, I think K. Rool, King Dedede, who else? Like Pichu as well. Squirtle, Charizard, Ridley, Sonic as well, Toon Link, Young Link as well, Zeratul as well. So there's actually a lot of exceptions to this rule.
Those spot dodges also last 25 frames total. And most spot dodges can be cancelled on either frame 21 or 22.
So the characters that I just mentioned that have different frame data, so I don't know if I got all of them. They also have different windows. So Zeratul would be an example of a fast character, and then or I think it's Incineroar as well. No, not Incineroar. Incineroar is too light. So Bowser, so the super heavies, they have slower spot dodge cancel. So their spot dodge cancel is frame 23. And then faster characters have a faster spot dodge cancel. So her spot dodge cancel is frame 18. So that's a 5-frame fucking difference in the spot dodge cancel. So I want you guys to know this before you go into this. There's a 5-frame difference between quote-unquote fast characters, which is like Zeratul, Fox, Greninja, the Chews, and it's not always 5 frames. So Bowser is one extreme and Zeratul is another extreme. So there's Greninja is only 1 frame faster than average, so it's 19. The average is 20 or 21. 20 or 21 is for almost all the characters. So Greninja is 1 frame faster, Zeratul is 2 frames faster, and Bowser is 2 frames slower than the average slow speed. So I want you guys to understand that before we get into spot dodge canceling.
Only a handful of characters can cancel their spot dodge earlier than that. Spot dodges can only be cancelled with jabs, tilts, smash attacks,
and specials.
Special moves. You can't cancel it into shield, jump, or any movement option. This means that most players, when they spot dodge cancel, just let it rip. They go for a read, assuming you're going to press a button. So what's the answer to spot dodge canceling, you ask? Well, it's actually quite simple. We're going to fight fire with fire. If you notice your opponent is spot dodge canceling a lot, you want to do the following. Attack them and try to space out of their grab range and then hold shield. If it hits them, obviously go for a follow-up, but if it whiffs or they shield it, keep shield held. If they spot dodge, react to the actual spot dodge and then spot dodge yourself. This will make the invul from your spot dodge start right when their spot dodge canceled attack starts. For the most part, their spot dodge canceled move will whiff because you're invulnerable. And then while they're in lag from their counterattack, you can cancel your spot dodge with your own punish.
So this is the thing. This is the tech. So you spot dodge cancel to beat their spot dodge cancel. So what I want you guys to understand is the following. Spot dodge canceling beats grounded moves. some grounded moves. So basically, if your opponent does a ground move, you can spot dodge cancel to beat it. And this also kind of goes for like predictable stuff that ends on the ground. So like Crumbs up be on stage, you can spot dodge the landing hit and then get a hard punish on their landing. And a Cloud up be on the stage, you can spot dodge the landing hit and then you get a hard punish on the landing. So basically, what he's saying is spot dodge canceling beats some grounding moves. So this does not apply if your opponent has a good tilt. So if you're playing versus Rob and Rob does spot dodge cancel and he down tilts, your spot dodge is going to get fucked. If you're playing versus Snake and he does spot dodge cancel forward tilt, his second hit is going to beat your spot dodge. If you play against Squirtle, he does spot dodge forward tilt, you're going to get fucked. So all of these characters actually do not care about this. This is, even versus Snake, who he's showing it against, it's not actually the best mix-up, because if they do a spot dodge forward tilt, they actually punish you. If they do a spot dodge jab, they actually punish you. So I think this is like really bad risk reward. It's only good if they don't have a good tilt. So even like a Crom down tilt would be good for this. Like Crom spot dodge cancel down tilt will beat this out anytime, right? So only if they don't have a good grounded tilt and they are constantly automatically throwing this out, only then is it good. So very specific.
Shield's done, your shield gets pushed back, and if you want to do a normal move, you have to drop your shield, which takes 11 frames, and you'll have a smaller punish window.
Yeah, so basically it's better than shielding, and then he mentions that if they
spot dodge and do nothing,
if they wait, then they beat you. So that's another thing. If they just spot dodge and then react instead of spot dodging and throwing it automatically, they beat you as well.
It harder. What's important though is that it will require your opponent to think. No more mindless spot dodge canceling. Another thing is
it requires your opponent to think. I'm gonna stop here, guys, because if your opponent is not thinking, then you don't need coaching to beat them. Like honestly, like if your counterplay relies on your opponent, or if your tech relies on your opponent not thinking, then your tech might not be the best. So I don't mean to diss on GimR, because I do appreciate the fact that he makes videos for the community, and I think some of them are really good. But this one just wasn't it. So let's see, submode on. How much I disagree with this option.
I filmed an animated storyboard.
Fuck the skit. The skit was really funny though. The skit was actually funny.